Is vital, is key. One tail of our existence centers on it. It's got information. Get fully engaged, fully involved. Never ever allow yourself to be tossed to and fro, used and abused, exploited by the informed. That's what the whole world is running on. The world was created on information. Information is sustaining the world, and the world will end with information and returns with information. It just can. Good morning. Thank you that you join us for King's Local Daily. King's 88.5, your radio vendor on this 5th day of February 2026. I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers with your radio vendor. The Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. In Profile Daily. Afrique Daily, reporting the hard facts without favor. The Inquirer. The News, the nation's news since 1989. Liberia's most analytical newspaper, The Analyst. And Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent. Let's run ourselves through these papers in the next 30 minutes. We begin with the Oracle News Daily. Lead story. When Boakai ready, we will suggest to him. When Boakai ready, we will suggest to him. Thus the lead story of the Oracle News Daily newspaper. When Boakai ready, we will suggest to him. Ellen talks, drawing on former president's experience. The paper is quoting the former president as saying that when the current president is ready to listen to pieces of advice, ready to bring the former presidents together, they will listen when he is ready. She is quoted by the paper as saying, I have been in communication and continue to be in communication with President Bouakai, and I have always been in communication with former President George Weah. That's the lead story of the Oracle News Daily. When Bouakai ready, we will suggest to him Ellen talks, drawing on former leaders' experience. Well, Bouakai can only turn to Ellen and only Ellen. With George Weah, he feels he cannot. No, the guy is very divisive, discriminatory of a president he hates. The back page of the Oracle News Daily newspaper. MFDP official claim of Liberia's informal employment misrepresents World Bank. Why President Bouakai building on new justice complex? Wrong. The In Profile Daily newspaper is out for 40 Liberian dollars. Only 40, no more, no less. Next, the In Profile Daily newspaper. Lead story: House adjoins in chaos. House adjoins in chaos. That's the lead story of the In Profile Daily newspaper. House adjoins in chaos. Lawmakers scared to summon defense minister. Some of the lawmakers, the paper is reporting, express fear that the corporate communication will put them in trouble with the army, while others feel it was out of their horizon to question ordered the military hierarchy issue. And it carries the Minister of Defense, Geraldine George Johnson, and Regime Speaker, Unity Party Speaker, Richard Namwekon, who is breathing a fresh air after his infidelity wahala has gone cold. At least he's breathing a sign of relief psychologically. The two of them are on the front page. So the lawmakers, the paper is saying that the lawmakers got afraid to summon Defense Minister Geraldine George Johnson over what is unfolding at 72nd Barracks. That is the kind of legislature we have. Petty legislature, afraid. In other countries, this can never happen. They have that authority as first branch of government, yet they dedicate their responsibility to the executive, and so they are just there for the name honorable or the honorifics, honorable. Small legislature, petty legislature in Liberia. Go in other countries, see legislature in full effect. You know the first branch of government. Other stories, the front page in Profile Daily. Satan homeless sleep in debris. Satan homeless sleep in debris. Pitiful condition. Yeah, one of the scenes, the woman is nursing her young child in the open under the rubble. It's terrible. They were sleeping. Between 3:30 4 o'clock, they moved in to demolish their homes. What a terrible, inhumane condition. But that's it. That's Unity Party for you people right there. Open war in CMC ahead of 2029. The back page of the paper, Bond power struggle exposed. Bond power struggle exposed. Bond power struggle exposed. Judiciary revives education with peer-to-peer training. The paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Only 40, no more, no less. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors so that you have a full understanding of the stories the paper is reporting. "11 minutes after 11, you're watching and listening to King's Local Daily, King's 88.5, your radio vendor. Next, the Africa Daily newspaper. Lead story, Africa Daily. SETI substandard products claim legislative attention. SETI substandard products claim legislative attention. That's the lead story of the Africa Daily newspaper. Other stories: uncontrollable corruption leads to officer premature death at LIS. LIS is Liberia Immigration Service. Uncontrollable corruption leads to officer premature death at LIS. The paper is reporting uncontrollable corruption, widespread corruption at the Liberia Immigration Service led to the death of an LDEA officer, Albert McGill. And the paper is also carrying the Commissioner General, Elijah Rufus. The back page of Africa Daily newspaper. Ivana strengthens leadership as Liberia Rail deal advances. Conquinning Iron Ore project. Liberia sets AU Pace and Security Council seat for 2026-2028 term. LEC order to pay US $415,000 in debt case. Africa Daily is sold for 50 Liberian dollars. 50. You want to get a copy? Only 50. "40 minutes after 11. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper is next. Lead story: target achievable growth with discipline, monitoring. Target achievable growth with discipline, monitoring. Salif recommends Boakai. Reminds Boakai. Target achievable growth with discipline, monitoring. Salif reminds Boakai. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is on the front page. The former president is quoted as saying that Liberia's ambitious growth and revenue targets will only be realized through disciplined policy execution, transparency, and stronger public accountability. That's the lead story of the Inquirer newspaper. Other stories: trial judges begin 11th National Convention today. Qualifies one female, 13 males for leadership. Amen. Y'all women and y'all got a trial. Oh, dear, you're fighting for 30% representation, but they are the male dominant all over still. You people have not tried to break that. 10 males for leadership, only one female. And there's no possibility that this one female will even come third or fourth or fifth. 13 males, only one female. Who going to vote for the lone female? That's why you people need to step up. Just step up, women. Jetty Rubber, SRC, assess fire victims. The back page of the Inquirer. Government clarifies shipping emissions regulation. Government clarifies shipping emissions regulation. All 100 bags of presidential rice are accounted for. Justice confirms. The Inquirer is out for 40. The news, the nation's news since 1989. Next up. Lead story, the newspaper. LEC in Tango. LEC in Tango in US. 415,000 unpaid debt. LEC in Tango in US. 415,000 unpaid debt. The lead story of the newspaper. LEC managing director, whom was praised in the rain season as making a difference, that LEC is regular. Mohammed Sharif is on the front page. Today, everybody lambasting him because Karen is just not regular. LEC is on shedding. It's not easy. The footnote story, front page. Government pursues ghost workers. Government pursues ghost workers as credential audit hits National Housing Authority. The back page of the newspaper. Ivano Atlantic strengthens leadership team as railway concession advances iron ore project. Ko Bangalore takes over LRRC, vows to transform migration governance. The news, the nation's news since 1989, is out for only $40 Liberian. Get a copy if you haven't yet from any one of the vendors. The Analyst next. We take the Analyst and the Independent together since they are all focusing on maritime as well as the New Republic. This too is Liberia. Lead story. The Analyst. Liberia rejects shipping carbon levy. Government clarifies climate policy stance. The sub-lead story. Between poverty and the rails. Charcoal traders gamble survival daily. Harmonization debate rekindle over salary claims. Former finance minister challenges reversal narrative. Is on the front page. Samuel Tuwe, the man who buried the current finance minister, Unity Party finance minister Augustin Kpong-Gafwan. The man knows the in total of the issues. Why the current finance minister is a rhetorician, just give rhetorics. The back page of the analyst, Liberia purchase African blue economy leadership. NAFA calls for continental ownership. Land dispute sparks house tension. Liberia clears key UN security hurdle. Diaspora investment boosts jobs, safety. The analyst is sold for $40 Liberian. Only 40, no more, no less. That will take us to the Independent. Lead story. Government will not impose carbon levy. Government will not impose carbon levy. The head of Liberia Maritime Authority, Councillor Nito Lar, on the front page. Bishop lead story. 3 families, 1 government. 3 families, 1 government. 3 families, 1 government. That's the sublead of the independent newspaper. 3 families, 1 government. 3 families sharing the government. 3 families, family affairs. Augustin Kpong-Gafwan, finance minister, Lofa County. Helen Samoa, CBL, executive governor, Lofa County. Councillor Kopo Crow, Labor Minister, Nima County. Rachel Fatoma Gafwan, Legis Director General, Lofa County. Samoa, LRA Commissioner of Customs, Lofa. Cornelio Kra, Nima County. Tribal government. Sir Joseph say he's going over to Joseph Yima Boaka because Boaka is from Lofa County. Boaka is Kisi, and he is Kisi, so he's going to Kisi man. So you operate on tribal level, on religious ground, on ethnic ground, just any and everything. All of them are on the front page. Tribal government. The back page of the Independent. Salif backs Boaka on public land freeze. Calls for stronger enforcement beyond moratorium. Seti Brothers Standard Goods question. The Independent is sold for $50 Liberian. Only 50. That's one of the reasons the Senate has put hold on the confirmation hearing of Cornelia Crow. Father from Nima County, minister. Daughter from Nima County, want to be minister. And the law, the executive law say 1 from each county, not 2, 3 from each county. Yesterday, they argue vehemently that it was wrong. They term it as nepotism. They brought in another word, crony. All over the place they were. Now, today, it has caught up with them, and they want people to say nothing about it. Only devilish hearts can do that. So the Senate is in a state of confusion. They do not know what to do. Yes, that is the main reason they put off her confirmation hearing. They're trying to find a way around it. The father from Nima County, daughter from Nima County. Father, Minister of Labor, daughter was appointed or nominated minister. If that was in CDC government yesterday, hey, forget it. then Unity Party will be in the street with thousands of people calling on the Senate not to go ahead with the confirmation. The last but not the least, and then we have New Republic. Lead story. Government sets maritime records straight. Need to lie on the front page. You expect to have these kinds of headline. The back page, LRA commercial bends deep in digital partnership. ECOWAS urges domestic resource mobilization to strengthen Liberia's security sector. What's true or not about Satan demolition? What is true or not about Satan demolition? The truth is, they demolish the people's houses. That's all. They demolish it. Caught the people unaware. Demolish everything because a white skin in a Lebanese man is fronting for the place to put a structure there. That's what Liberia is. They fight for the white skin. No reason, no wonder why the black skin had always been a slave, because their own people create the atmosphere of enslaving them to appease the white man. The New Republic newspaper is out for 50 Liberian dollars. Only 50, no more, no less. That's all the time we've got for King's Local Daily. Thank you for being with us. You can join us this afternoon for King's Newsroom at 1. Please do. 1 o'clock, King's Newsroom. And then at 3, Real Talk. This 8, King's 88.5. I'm Sam Andrews.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family